how wide this racetrack is. He went to the very bottom. Kyle Busch was all the way at the top. Just even without the help from behind, he was able to go up and clear Kyle Busch and jump up in front of him and take this lead.
You're going to see Keselowski ride that elevator up and down all day long. Now, when we talk about trash on the grill, here's Larry with our Ford Performance Cutaway car.
Yeah, Mike, here in Daytona, our restrictor plate tracks, it does not matter if you run a Ford, a Chevrolet, or a Toyota. NASCAR mandates the size of the opening and the location of the opening. Here in Daytona, it's right there in the bumper area. There's no grill opening up here. There's no grill opening down here. And the size has to be 23 2/4. You can tape it up, as we see a lot of the drivers do and their teams do, but that opening cannot be any bigger. It's the same location for every manufacturer, and it's mandated the same size with the exception of adding the tape.
Yeah, Larry, it looks like that two-car, the debris is just outside the grill opening, stuck to the right front of the nose there.
And if it didn't close down that opening, he's certainly fine and maybe more encouraged to be out front. If he falls back and gets in the middle of this pack, it might become more of an issue.
So Brad Keselowski leads from Kyle Busch. The first 7 cars within half a second, and the first 20 within 1 second of the leader. And another piece of debris on Brad Keselowski's grill as they come through the tri-oval with Matt Kenseth, Ryan Blaney in the middle, and Stenhouse.
I don't know if you want to be leading right now. You're just picking up all the debris if you're the leader.
Still don't think it's as I see where those pieces are when they grill the two-car. It doesn't look like it's a problem yet. Don't need any more paper on there, though.
Kyle Busch in the high line backs up, and Stenhouse shoots to the top, as does Kenseth, and Keselowski up to the top floor to block.
Gosh, I don't know how close it was on the track, but that looked like you're going to run over each other. Holy smoly!
Vince?
Brad Keselowski, we've noted that debris on the grill, still not a major issue as it just covers a little bit of a hole up there on that front grill. Keselowski says there's debris everywhere all over the track, though, so he anticipates that being a problem for others as well. As far as his handling is concerned, he says it's much better when I'm out front, so let's keep it here.
Always.
Now, Kevin Harvick, within the last 2 laps, has dropped way to the back. What's up with the 4, Matt?
Similar trend, Mike, between teammates Kevin Harvick and Clint Bowyer. In fact, Bowyer's spotter noted that they needed to move to the middle, to the top, because that's where the most energy was. One other note, he felt like that the 14 and 2 worked much better together than the 4 and 14.
And that's something a driver will do, and Jeff knows this. You kind of go through those sides. You run those things through your mind as you're running with other cars. Who do I run well around? Who pushes? Who am I better with? And using that for later on.
Yeah, you're watching a similar personality and driving style and decision making, and when you like what they're doing, what their plan is, you like to stick with that driver, with that car.
I call it body language, and I mean that in the car's body, because you can tell what an attitude the driver is just by the way he handles his race car in and around traffic. Does he go? Does he wait? What does he do? You really figure that out early in the race.
Comes Danica Patrick with damage from the bump at the start. We showed you how she got into the back of David Reagan pretty hard, and during the pit stop they put a lot of tape on the front end of her, number 10. Look at third place. That is Kurt Busch, who finally got his first restrictor plate win in this year's Daytona 500. He'd been the bridesmaid several times, pushed Ryan Newman to a 500 victory, and finally got one of his own.
We know one thing, that's not the car he had in Daytona, because it's in Daytona, USA.
And I was shocked by that stat when we found that out, because he is so good on restrictor plate races in these kinds of circumstances. So I thought for sure he had won a restrictor plate race, maybe not a Daytona 500, but he's so good here. I'm not surprised at all he's up front, and I won't be surprised if he's a factor here today.
And the car he's right behind, Ryan Blaney, was the car that finished second to Busch in the 500. Let's get down to Jamie and our nationwide Dale Jr. Performance Report.
Well, Dale Jr. talked about handling, that it would be an issue, but so far his car has handled well. He said, I'm all right. They haven't made a single adjustment all weekend. Now, on that first stop, they took right side tires only. The only thing he's really saying on the radio, he's talking to his spotter, TJ Majors, saying, come on, TJ, come on, I need you to be quicker on the call. He's been shuffled back a bit. He had a hole. He wanted to go there with the front pack and missed it.
Well, it's a tough place to spot, Jamie, because at times the The spotters are a mile or more away from these cars.
Mike, you almost have to anticipate what's going to happen in and around you to be able to be a good spotter.
Well, I don't know what happened in front of McMurray and also with the 5 car of Casey Kane, but McMurray really had to check up right there.
11 laps to go in stage 1. Stay right here. You won't miss a thing at Talladega. 18th getting trash off his grill. Now he wants the lead back from Brad Keselowski.
And Mike, the end of these stages, I can't believe how the intensity picks up. These guys get really aggressive at the end of each one of these stages.
The only issue that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has is he's squeezed between 2 Penske teammates. They may be Ford teammates, but they're not Penske teammates.
Oh, that 22 took a little dive right
Yeah,
there.
but watch the momentum that's going to come from that move. Now he's got Chase Elliott giving him a big push. He'll come with a big run.
Nowhere to go.
To the inside.
6 to go.
That's how the momentum gets generated. When you jump up in front of a car that has a big run, now he gets to your rear bumper, starts pushing you. Now you gain about 4 or 5 miles per hour.
And Stenhouse dropped down to the inside to side draft off the 22, an inch ahead. 2 by 2. They're coming around to 5 to go in stage 1.
Yeah, this Keselowski's loving this.
So we watch the battle up front. Keselowski leading. Kevin Harvick may have dropped to the back with a problem. Matt.
My concern in the Ford pit, Kevin Harvick telling the team the car was vibrating like crazy. He's not sure if it's the rotors or a wheel mate, but certainly something harmonic.
This thing is extremely hard to drive right now. It's almost tight on exit. The wheels start right through the entry, but it's vibrating fast.
Wow. Hang on there, 5 more laps, brother. 5 more laps.
Now Logano up the inside.
Oh, Mike, look at
Ryan
this.
Blaney.
Look at these cars. Oh, I mean, snaking down that back straightaway, just inches apart.
4 Fords out front, then Austin Dillon's number 3 Chevrolet. Kyle Busch's number 18 Toyota, and the Ford Boyer.
Like the turbulence of these cars, it moves. You can hold the wheel steady, but that car is going to move around.
Jamie.
Well, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just told his team, I'm pushing water, guys. I need to get that air. I need to get this debris off the grill. I believe there's still a little piece, but he's still pushing water, but he's trying to push to get to the front to win this stage.
Brad Keselowski also has paper debris on his in opening there in the grill.
Your tap just started flashing red. Your tap just started flashing red. Take 4, take 4.
What kind of advice is that?
10 more, yeah, it's flashing red.
Deal with it.
Continue on.
All right.
We're going to test every bit of these engines today.
Well, the good thing is we're coming to the end of this first stage. You'll be able to do something about it.
Here's the last opportunity to pit before the stage ends. 3 to go. Denny Hamlin will be one driver who comes to pit road. The pits will close with 2 to go.
Well, maybe he stops now. He won't have to stop when they have the caution after the stage, Larry.
Yeah, what he did, because remember, the next time by, pit road closes, so he can make this stop and stay on the lead lap, then he'll stay out and get into stage 1. Jamie.
Yeah, it's interesting. I talked to his crew chief this morning, and he said one of their deals, part of their strategy, was to play well with teammates. Well, they haven't done that so far. They dropped back early. They are just on their own game plan. As you saw, he just pitted for right side tires.
Only the top 10 at lap 55 get stage points. If you can't get to the top 10, why not stop? A couple of takers on pit road right after the lights went red. We'll check on that in a bit. One of them was Daniel Suarez. The other is Matt Kenseth.
And this is another situation where, because of where the start-finish line is, when those leaders got there, that's when they shut down pit road. They got on pit road just before that. That's a smart move.
I'm kind of worried about Hamlin. If he fell in the back to stay out of trouble, when this stage ends, where's he going to be? Up front. Up front. He goes, oh man, did I mess up?
Coming to 1 lap to go in in stage one. Brad Keselowski, Ricky Stenhouse in Ford, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex in Toyota. Could we see a preview of the last lap of the race move as they come to the line to end stage one?
What these guys that pitted just now, the Toyotas, they're getting jeopardy of going a lap down.
The 20's definitely going a lap down.
The 19's going a lap down.
But guys, they know all the leaders will pit at the end of stage one, so no harm, no foul, really.
Take the wave around, I guess, and they'll be back on the lead lap.
And there will be a free pass.
Yeah, but they're going for track position. That's what that call is meant to encourage or create. Denny Hamlin might end up.
So here comes Keselowski down to the line. And Brad Keselowski will get the green and white checkers ahead of Ricky Stenhouse as the stage one winner. Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, Trevor Bayne, the top five. Joey Logano, Paul Menard, Danica Patrick, Ryan Blaney, and Eric Jones will get the stage points for stage one.
Something wrong with that 20 car. I don't know
He's
sure
got
why.
way more issues than going a lap down.
Ford started in front, Stenhouse, and finished stage one in front. Brad Keselowski for Team Penske.
$2. I mean, how do you top a delicious, delectable, gotta have it now deal like
Followed by Denny Hamlin, who stopped with 3 to go in stage one, and then Martin Truex, who won the race off pit road at stage N. So with Dylan leading, let's check in with Michael Waltrip at the eBay Motors pit box.
Yeah, Chris, I slipped down here just to get a taste of Talladega, to see the speed of the cars and hear the sounds and the noises. And I got to looking around and I thought, this is what it's like to be a crew chief, especially at Daytona and Talladega. All alone on an island sometimes, it seems. Denny Hamlin's crew chief, Mike Wheeler, making a great call to get him in and off the pit road to gain track position. Other guys knowing that you have to stay with the pack. You get separated from the pack, you don't have any success. Also, think about the crew chief's job here. He can't really make that big of an adjustment to pick up any handling here because the car's handled pretty well anyway. Minor adjustments, but we got to have speed. So the driver's saying, I'm loose, and the crew chief saying, I need to lower the back so you can go faster. It's a constant argument, a constant balance, constantly feeling like at times you're all alone on an island.
Like Michael is right now. We're coming to 1 to go. Now, Kevin Harvick made an extra pit stop, still has a vibration. Kyle Larson's been back in for more body repairs, as has Matt Kenseth, who is now 1 lap down. Larry, I'm curious about this Ty Dillon strategy, not pitting at all.
Well, I think we may see guys come here right now and top off because we're going to be right there when we go back racing, Mike, and being able to make it to the end of stage 2 because of the laps we've run right here.
Brilliant, Larry. Simply brilliant. Ty Dillon comes to pit road and does just that. So does Trevor Bayne. Let's get an update on Kevin Harvick's issues, Matt.
Mike, that vibration still persists. Harvick hit pit road. Cheddar Bob Smith, the car chief, and a couple other crew members went around, looked underneath the car on the right side under the nose. They made an adjustment on that stop to help a little more clearance with the splitter. The vibration, though, is still there. They said Harvick is just going to have to live with it.
Austin Dillon coming out. Michael McDowell just ahead of him, who's also had a strong race. 10 drivers in all hit pit road at the end of this caution period, separating stages 1 and 2.
And going back to Kevin Harvick in that conversation, I have seen where a splitter maybe is cracked or broke slightly, and what does it do? Creates that vibration.
Great aerial coverage of the pack here at Talladega from Goodyear. Everything they learn, making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR, inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR. Now, Brad Keselowski is poised to restart 7th after leading most of stage 1. Vince?
Yeah, he came in the lead, and as he was coming down pit road, his team warned him that there would be traffic coming into their pit at the time he was exiting his. And that's exactly the way it played out. That's why he lost 6 spots on pit road. As you guys noted, he had to stop leaving his box because Daniel Suarez was coming in just ahead of him.
Yeah, but it's a smart heads-up move because if he had exited, he would have had damage. So it's really smart of them to be patient and lose a few spots right there, but keep all the fenders on it.
Go back to that vibration real quick on Harvick. Sometimes I've had inner panels, some of the inner panels are shake loose in the car. I've even had the tailpipes and the headers maybe get a little hole in those things, and it creates a heck of a sound that feels like a vibration.
There's Cole Witt, riding 35th.
Still a little confused why the JGR car split up on that pit strategy, and we saw them take risks with the 20 and the 19 that didn't pay off, but it did for the 11. Look who's leading this race right now.
I don't know if he wants to be or not, but
35 cars on the lead lap in a race that has seen as many as 88 official lead changes. That's happened twice in recent years here. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. We're in stage 2. We're back under green. Ford teammates Logano and Keselowski literally tail to nose.
That's such perfection. Those two working well together. Brad back there pushing on the back of Joey and getting them right to the front.
That kind of bump drafting is perfectly legal in NASCAR's top series.
I'm really looking to see how Hamlin fares here. He fell to the back. Maybe that was his strategy.
4 wide right here with Blaney and Boyer and Stenhouse.
Blaney took advantage when Stenhouse went way high in the tri-oval. Still 4 wide.
Yeah, a bit of a wad right in there.
Boyer wanted to get to that.
Easy, boys.
Top 4's behind us still here. Top 4.
So Boyer was in that bottom lane. He wanted to get to that outside lane behind Truex. It's paid off for him, but it really hurt Stenhouse and Blaney.
Ricky Stenhouse falls from second to out of the top 15. Car went way high on the racetrack in the tri-oval, and back he goes, now 18th.
Yeah, he fell back like this early, you know, when they had that traction on the grill, lost a lot of track position, but got it all back at the end of the stage. See how he does again in this stage.
Have 2 choices, ride out back or run up front.
He's going to fill both sides of the way you have to approach this race, because before he's trying to be conservative, we see Kyle Busch not being conservative, going outside to block that move from Joey Logano. But now Denny's up front is completely different. Now he's got to be up front, be aggressively trying to maintain that lead and keep it.
Yeah, that was what I was interested in Hamlin's car. Maybe he didn't feel like it was fast enough to get up there on his own, use that pit strategy and what he did there to get out front and then get some of that clean air and maybe stay there.
I think they knew that was a plan, that was what was going to get them that track position and get this lead.
Chase Elliott carrying one of Talladega's most famous names. His dad, Bill, holds the track record here. Many times voted NASCAR's most popular driver, 16 times in fact. Chris Devlin.
Yeah, Mike, really, Chase Elliott just doing a lot of experimenting today. He's been running high, he's been running low, kind of saying, just trying to figure out where his car has speed. The upper lane just wasn't well organized when he's up there. Feels like the car is a little bit stronger down low, but he's also another driver that's been saying the car just moving around quite a bit when he's in the pack, so they did make an adjustment on that last stop.
A Toyota, Ford, and 2 Chevrolets on the inside line of Toyota, a Ford, a Toyota on the outside.
I think about David Jr., what he said back in Daytona. When you have an opening, when you have a chance, an opportunity, you've got to take it. You've got to take it when it's there.
It's like a breath mint. If somebody offers you one, you better take it.
You know who's been listening to that advice? Chase Elliott.
Watch Keselowski on this replay on the right of your screen. Busch comes up high, and Keselowski's going to elevate her down to the bottom.
That's a power move. That's the confidence in the speed of your car, the handling of your car.
You don't see a lot of crossover moves at Daytona and Talladega, but that sure was a nice one.
But that goes back to what you said about Dale Earnhardt Jr. When you have momentum, you try to keep it all the time. If he was going to lose momentum, he would have to stay behind the 18, check up a little bit, and that was going to create momentum from the inside lane to go by him.
And everyone in this field knows, everyone who's been in the last 5 races here where Penske's had some success, if Keselowski has a chance to make that move, he's going to. Denny Hamlin, your leader, 67 laps complete, 43 to go in stage 2 at Dega.
You strong boy, you smell bad, huh? Yeah, you hurt me a little bit, huh? You and your he's picking up.
All right, we've got to pick 2, so here's a look at our McDonald's McCafe refreshing picks at this point in the race. You got to admire Denny Hamlin's strategy. He rode out back, and then he got out front, and Brad Keselowski. Keselowski has done everything to try to challenge, but within the last lap and a half has been shuffled back. We'll keep an eye on those 2 and others with 39 to go in stage 2.
Starts sweating in the last couple of laps because I just feel something brewing. It just seems like the energy within this pack and just the intensity level is rising fast.
Energy, or could it be impatience?
For some, it's impatience.
Now deep in this pack in 17th is Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jamie.
That's right. He's not saying a whole lot. Says the car's driving okay, but about 10 laps ago, he said, I just feel like I'm not doing all I need to do. So they're just keeping patience right now. And, you know, it's been one of those seasons for the 88 team. A lot of bad luck, last week included. At Richmond, wrecked by his own teammate and Jimmy Johnson. But that wasn't the end of it. After the race, crew chief Greg Ives got a phone call. His wife Jessica and all 3 kids were involved in a major auto accident. Good news is all of them are okay. Bad news is the car was destroyed. So Greg told me this morning, I hope everything is behind us. The bad luck is behind us. This is a great opportunity to turn it around.
Junior battling for 17th, 3 wide as they come through the tri-oval. He's up there in the high lane behind Clint Boyer.
I can tell you one thing, that 4 car has got a good vibration to it now. He has found his way right up to the front.
Seventh's
pretty strong.
7th for Harvick.
And when you hear Junior say, I just don't feel like I'm doing the right things, there are split-second decisions that happen almost every single lap. Maybe there's a hole that opens up that you can get down into, and then that lane goes. Or maybe you get there, and the lane you were in starts moving forward. Every one of those decisions has an impact on your finish.
We used to describe Talladega as chess at 200 miles an hour. Clint Boyer this week said baloney. Chess is 2 old guys sitting looking at the board to death, waiting for something to happen. This is not chess. You're making those decisions you describe several times a second.
This is speed chess.
No, but this is just like driving on the highway. I mean, you can have a fast car, but all the lanes in front of you are blocked. You have nowhere to go. So you just got to sit here and bide your time. Wait for an opening.
Ryan Blaney has quietly worked his way up to 3rd on the inside line right now. 6th overall, Vince.
Well, anytime you're at Talladega, really 2 people are driving the car, the driver and the spotter. Blaney just said, I need to know sooner which lane has momentum so I can be ready for it in advance. Got to anticipate, sometimes more than react here at Talladega. Chris?
Well, Vince, we talk about drivers being aggressive. Jamie McMurray, known as one of the most aggressive guys out there. He spoke to his crew chief about that earlier today. He said, I want my driver to be aggressive. This isn't about thinking about moves. It's about just taking moves. The drivers who are successful here, they just take those spots. And that earlier contact with his teammate Kyle Larson, he said, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just checked up in front of me. There wasn't anything I can do.
There's McMurray in the 1 with Blaney coming up alongside. 4th and 5th place.
Mike, you just have to realize that in this kind of racing situation, you have no friends, you have no teammates, you only have people that are trying to do what you're trying to do. Get to the front.
34 laps to go in stage 2. It's been all Denny Hamlin so far with his teammate Kyle Busch and Martin Truex Jr. 3 Toyotas up front from McMurray Chevrolet and Joey Logano's Ford.
Oh, gosh. great job holding off everybody behind him, even his teammate Kyle Busch. But there was a big shuffle a few laps ago where the 18 went further back and he had such a run. He got up beside Denny Hamlin. Now it's just a drag race.
Well, let me tell you, the guy behind the 18 car right now, he'll give him a shot if he gets a chance. I can tell you that.
Brian Blaney now leading the inside line with Harvick, but well back off the lead on the right. Watch the 21. You'll see the move that he tried against Casey Kane. Little side draft there, and suddenly he has no help.
Yeah, what he was wanting to do was just make a one-car pass right there. He thought he had a big enough run. He could go to the bottom and clear the 5 of Casey Kane and jump back up in front of him, but that gap closed up in a hurry.
Well, these guys, I tell you, they are quick, though. I mean, they can move these cars around at 200 mile an hour and still maintain control. Takes a lot of skill, I know that. And a lot of nerve.
Car in the wall. It's the 55 of Reed Sorensen. Caution is out for the third time today at lap 82.
It's the right front, shredded.
Kyle Busch, your race leader, from Jamie McMurray, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex as Reed Sorensen gets into the wall.
Pit road before that pit road closed.
Here's Keselowski's radio.
I don't know what you're doing here. I'm getting down. I'm getting down. Stay very low down the front. There'll be a lot of debris all the way down the front and around the corner. I know it didn't work out. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm guessing that was pit too.
So he was going to pit, but the caution came out with debris in the trioval. Pit road open, Matt.
Mike, Kevin Harvick was going to go with the 2. Meanwhile, they told Truex, do not slide him. They're going to top him off with fuel. Rich Neville.
Jamie McMurray saying his car's just been a little bit loose all day. That last adjustment he taken off just too tired, thanks.
And the 18 of Kyle Busch from the lead took no tires, Jamie.
Denny Hamlin in the 11, they took rights last time, lefts this time, fuel and wipe the grill.
Kyle Busch, Martin Truex. Coming out first, Clint Boyer and Joey Logano. Pick up of 8 spots for Boyer. Then 26 to go in stage 2.
Never took left side tires on that stop.
At KFC, we choose to make spicy, crispy chicken sandwiches. Not because it is easy.
I've been here enough to know that we can win today, or we can get in trouble today. But all we can control is what we do. Not a thing to partners. We better not want that. A little late, man. Come on, PJ. Trying to dodge all this garbage. Trash that we got on the track is crazy. So stupid. Why? Oh, what are you doing? That was pretty hairy.
That's what they're chatting about. Just over 100 laps to go here in Talladega. Time for a KFC Zinger race break with Michael Walsh and Chris Myers, our pole sitter, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., leading the first laps for him this year in the first 13 of the race, but a little bit of a problem with some debris on the grill.
And when he went to get it off, he couldn't quite get back in line, and that jumbled up the running order, Chris. And you saw contact from Jamie McMurray in the 1 into the back of the 42 of Larson into the outside wall.
And Brad Keselowski winning stage 1. He's won 4 times here at Talladega in that green paint scheme of the 2 Penske races. Actually, Penske's won the last 3 races when you think about Talladega. But what about the pit stop strategy going forward, getting ready for the restart? That seems like the best way to gain track position.
Just like on the eBay Motors pit box, I said on an island, these guys are definitely going off the home range. They're trying things that are different. What Mike Wheeler did with Denny Hamlin, bringing the pit road right before the stage ended, got them that track position. The other crew chiefs noticed that. They were trying to play that game with Brad Keselowski, couldn't quite get down to the pit road in time. So look for differing strategies. Guys trying to mix it up to gain track position, because remember, Chris, once Hamlin got that lead, he never relinquished it. You get out front, you got a fast car, you block, and you hopefully hold the lead.
We heard radio communication moments ago. Let's listen in more to Brad Keselowski of the 2 team.
I don't know what you're trying to tell me. What we were trying to do there was remind you of the number we talked about before the race. We didn't want you to pit that. We were going to tell you, but we wanted you to start working down. Well, that position working down means you're going back. Copy that.
Keselowski has led the most laps today, a 2-time winner this year. That's your KFC Zinger race break. Let's head back upstairs to Darrell, Jeff, and Michael. Thanks, Chris. 4 drivers did not stop under this caution, and they are up front for the restart. Trevor Bayne on the inside of the 6. Ryan Newman, David Reagan, and Ty Dillon did not stop.
Mike, there it's the 4 drivers that came the last caution and topped off when we got the 1 to go. With these cautions here, they absolutely can make it to the end of stage 2, so that strategy might pay off for them.
There'll be 23 laps to go in stage 2. Do you like this strategy?
Boy, really seeing the track position strategy play out, and I can't wait to see how this is going to work out for them, and I think it is a good strategy.
Ryan Newman and team can afford to gamble. They already have a win this year. They got it at Phoenix.
Mike, look at that grandstand. Look at the crowd. That's the most people I've seen here in a long time. Great job, grandstand, guys.
Right that's the head of Talladega. Folks love to watch races here because you just never know what's going to happen next.
You know, I've settled seats. They just need standing room. All they ever do, they sit down.
23 laps to go in stage 2, and the final stage of 78 laps to get us to the checkered flag. Resources and checked and released at the infield care center, but out of the race, but okay.
Mike, you talked about strategy. That's what these stages are allowing these teams to do. It allows some of these teams that maybe wouldn't be able to get up front. They're up front right now with a shot at winning the stage or getting some points in this stage.
There's a strategy happening in midfield right now, 4 wide.
Whoa! Goodness gracious.
Right with Eric Almirola up on the outside, just dropped a few spots there, and Richard Petty's number 43. He's 20th. The bad news, you're 20th. The good news, you're only 8/10 of a second off the lead.
Look at this.
3 wide with the lead.
Look at this, Mike. I don't know how these guys manage these cars. 3 and 4 wide, side by side, 200 miles an hour.
Trevor May in a Daytona 500 winner for the Wood Brothers. Ryan Newman has won the Daytona 500. And Ty Dillon.
Can you imagine being in the middle of this crowd right here? These 3 guys in the middle. Look at the cars bouncing.
I can't imagine it, and I'm glad I'm up here right now. I'm telling you.
Look how tight this is. Let's listen to some of the spotters as they navigate out of turn 4.
Everybody's kind of half here. Going smooth, about half a car left coming to him now. 2 back behind him. 37 work in the middle here. 2 back big run. Outside to 10. 37 still 1 back very top. 2 back 75 behind. Still middle.
190 miles an hour, closer together than most people park.
Matt Boyer wants the lead. Gets to the outside of Brian Newman.